I really enjoy the role of superintendent. I've got to be in this role for almost 8 years now. What I love is that I get to have a chance to see what's going on in all schools across the entire district. Most people only get to see a single classroom or a single school. I get to see really interesting things happening across the entire community. I would encourage graduating students to be continually curious. That if there was a passion that you had in high school, that doesn't necessarily mean that's going to necessarily lead to your career or to what you do next. That part of growing up and being at that age of 17, 18 is that you need to be continually open and looking at what might be the next opportunities for you. When I think about challenging decisions, I really frame that around a couple what I think are exciting areas that we've really grown in. And I want to talk about two of them. The one area that I talk about first is around Indigenous education. Although we don't have a large number of Indigenous students in our district, we made the decision that we were going to invest heavily in helping ensure that we have a strong relationship with the Squamish Nation and that all of our students have an understanding of of our history. And so when you hear about things like the Truth and Reconciliation Report, that resonates for all of our students. The second area I would talk about is the work that we've done around sexual orientation and gender identity. And in some places this might seem as controversial, but it really is quite natural here. So it might have started as a conversation around bathrooms or around gay-straight alliances, but really it's been conversations around openness and diversity and creating schools where there was a culture of openness and acceptance. Really at the core, that's what we want for all of our schools. There's definitely a few directions that I see the West Vancouver schools continuing to move. The growth in technology is definitely not changing. So I think we're going to continue to see more and more of a digital emphasis in our schools. Also the work around environmental education, urban agriculture. At the same time that we have this push towards digital, we have this connection to the earth piece. And the final piece is around relevant learning, and that I think more students getting real world life experiences as part of their school experience is going to continue to grow. Culture of yes is this idea that that you default to yes. I think too often in life we start with no and you have to convince people to yes, and I try to make it the other way. Like when someone has a great idea, you start, yeah, we can do that. And then it's about how we figure out how we make that happen. And so that's my job, I think, is to try to continue to find ways that we help make people's yeses come true. Whether you're a student, a teacher, administrator, a parent, is how do we make it so that we have a default answer of yes when people come with ideas in our community.
I think what makes West Van Schools so different from others is the fact that we're a small and agile district with a focus by our educators, our parents, is completely on the students and student success. I think the thing that's made me most proud this year is how the students in our system are so inclusive and caring for everybody. They do not question whether someone is LGBTQ, if they have special needs. They are just so incredibly accepting of the peers around them. I think next year I'd like to see a bit more of an emphasis on the students that they're taking a gap year or those that are graduating and not sure what they want to do. I think we need to help them find direction as they move forward.
I'm Rocco. I go to Cedardale Elementary, and I like the West Van School District because they provide great teachers.
Hi, I'm Kira. I go to Caulfield Elementary, and I love going to school in West Van because the community is incredible and it's one of the most beautiful places on earth.
Hi, my name is Milo. I go to Cedardale Elementary, and I really like West Van School District because it provides a bunch of different ways to learn, and it's a really good community.